Welcome to Roll20. I'm DM Steve, and tonight we're going to discuss the introduction to our summer campaign, Haunted Heroes. Haunted Heroes takes place in the land of Derwin, where all of my homebrew campaigns take place. And it's right after the campaign that we just finished with my players about 2 weeks ago. Zildon's Angels, which was the adventuring party that we were following last campaign, has only defeated the Serpent Warlock and all of the people that were working with him 2 months ago. And yet the land of Derwin is already under threat again. This time by portals that are opening up into an unexplored realm. That realm is the Harrowing. It's a land of fear and hopelessness and dismay. It's a land much like our own, but in type of a mirror dimension. It's a land or a realm where everything that good happened in our realm, every victory, every adventuring group that rose up to knock down the tides of evil in the Harrowing's dimension, all of those attempts failed. So instead of happy endings, everything has been loss after loss after loss. Evil rising up and knocking down the sides of good and hope, and it's led itself to be a very dark, grotesque, horror-filled land. It's that dimension, the Harrowing, that now threatens to intercede on our own dimension and the land of Derwin. Four unlikely heroes with haunted pasts themselves have been recruited to go into the other dimension to face the evils, the hopelessness, and the nightmares that await them in the Harrowing to try to stop these portals from opening and endangering the citizens of Derwin. That's where we'll pick up with the new campaign. We hope that you join us. It's going to be posting on YouTube June 24th and every Thursday from there on after throughout the summer. And this is just a brief introduction to the setting. Also, I'd like to quickly introduce the four characters that you're going to see being played in the sessions as they come up. The first is Rowan, who is an Aasimar cleric. You're going to get to meet him a little bit later. Each of these characters is going to have a session 0 that will premiere on this YouTube channel next week, where you'll meet the actual player as well as their character, a brief introduction, and the player will be rolling for ability scores and hit points and discussing a little bit about their character's backstory. The second character is Cricket. Cricket is an eternal child. She's a little bit over 200 years old, yet she still looks 7. A very small, innocent-looking child, but she's anything but. She is an alchemist from a line of very famous alchemists, and still, even though she's hundreds of years old, maintains her childlike curiosity, which sometimes can get her in trouble. The third character that we're going to meet is Francis Forge, who is a Dampier artillerist. Someone who survived a vampire attack and now fights off her own hunger, and does so by taking out her frustration, her rage, and her own hunger on the very forces of evil that attacked her. And our fourth character that you'll get to meet is Lupe, the Scarred Wolf. Lupe is reborn. She tried to prevent a werewolf attack at one point and was killed, maimed and killed, but through very uncertain circumstances, she has been brought back to life without many of her memories. And now she is an arcane physician, which is actually a homebrew class that I've done in the land of Derwin. It's kind of shown up in NPCs in my previous campaign. The Order of Nash is a group of arcane physicians who have surgical knowledge and capabilities, but also mix that with a devotion of curing and protection magic. There's some homebrew spells and cantrips that you may see in the session as well that may not be necessarily they may not be something that you necessarily have seen before, but it's because it's been created specifically for this campaign. And so you'll get to see her as well. So all four of them, I think, are going to blend really well into this horror setting, which is inspired by Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft, as well as a few other books that are favorites of mine. So we really hope that you guys tune in. You watch the sessions, you comment. What kind of stuff would you like to see? What kind of enemies or settings would you like to see pulled in? Because I definitely will be reading the comments, and we'll take those things into account as I'm creating this world in the dark, hopeless, fearful dimension of the Hairwing. So please keep an eye out on the channel, subscribe, comment, like. Next week, we will be premiering all 4 session zeros with the 4 characters, so you'll get to meet them. And the following week, on Thursday, June 24th, will be the premiere of episode 1 of the Haunted Heroes, our summer campaign. We're excited to play. As always, we just love to have a great time, but we hope that you enjoy it as well, and we can bring a little bit of joy to everyone. So until then, this is DM Steve. Keep playing.